somewhat familiar with.
Why
So,
don't you just get a V?
I mean, that's what I'm using. That's what I've been using
Ah, okay,
recently.
got
I've done an experiment for I'm going to say like 2 months now. The idea was if I if I can't use the VM, I probably shouldn't make the transition over. But it's been a pretty good time in the VM. So the plan is I'm going to run Linux as the main operating system, and if I need Windows, I'll run Windows
On
in a
VP
VM.
now.
So for
Okay.
stuff like Genshin Impact, I'll probably run that in the VM. Because I don't think you can run that on Linux. So
So another issue you run into, I think, a lot of applications aren't compatible with.
yeah, I don't use most
Yeah,
applications.
that's why he's gonna run Windows when he needs to.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
gonna
When
do
it
Um,
that.
well, if you're gonna run it in the VM though, it's gonna be just slower.
not
Right?
really, right? I mean,
Are you gonna
um,
devote that much resources in your VM?
I have a shit ton of stuff, right? So like I have
Right.
a like 120 something gigs of RAM. Um, and I don't
Damn.
foresee doing
A lot of
anything
RAM.
CPU intensive. But if I do, I have a ton of cores that I could, throw towards the VM. Um,
Yeah.
and while it's not top of the line, the 3080, I think is the biggest problem I'll run into. Um, I'm not sure how much support is there for the 3080 on Linux. So that will probably break the experience. But I'll circle back on what I find out.
Oh, what happened?
Yeah.
If anything.
hmm
Are we ready to resume?
Never.
Yes.
Ready to go to bed, actually, but
All right, we only got like half an hour more, I guess.
Yeah.
No, they
Alright.
have some drivers, so it shouldn't be too painful. Anyways, sorry.
After you vanquish Shadow Willy, you notice that from the forest, a large amount of ravens begin to take off, and they begin to fill the skies above you. And eventually, they swarm around and they fly down to the middle of the circle, and they form into a mass. And eventually, this mass shifts into the figure of a woman. And she is holding the symbol of Ravenkind.
Do I still have mine, or did you
No,
take mine?
she's you offered it to her and she took it. She's taking it.
Right.
She has it. She's received it and now she's holding it out to you.
Me?
To you, yeah, you're the one that offered it. So yes, you.
Okay.
Phoenix.
If she's offering, then I'll take it back.
Okay.
I guess.
You take it back. Okay. And she looks very abundant. All right. Anything anyone wants to do before she disappears and she's done?
Do we feel any different now that Straw's untied from the land?
Do you feel any different?
Any of us?
Any of you?
Actually,
I mean,
yeah, that's a question I'm actually curious about too. Given my connection with the ladies, like not only do I feel any different, but do I sense any um difference in the environment?
she walks up to you, Stock Fire, and she hands you a raven feather from her wings.
What,
I
I'm
will
not gonna do bigger.
immediately change from my Firemar shape back to a Druidmar or a Dwarfmar. Stand by.
Stock more.
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean,
At this point, you are stock more, right?
Dwarfmar is Stockmar.
Mm.
But I will happily receive the feather.
Okay.
Which lady is this?
This is the Lady of the Forest, the Seeker.
Yeah, I guess it does make sense with the her dressy there.
Yes. When you receive the feather, you feel a change over yourself, and now believe that you can turn into a were-raven at will.
Excellent. At will. Oh, glorious.
Yes, at will. I will give you the stat block, maybe in the break. I don't think you can access it. I'll send you the link anyway. Or it might be this. Is this? No, that's Renarkton's. I'll send you this. I don't know if you can see it though. Alright. So yeah, you get the feather. It lets you turn into the thing. Turn into a were-raven. You are now lycanthrope for purposes of D&D.
Permanently, or when I turn into that?
You are a lycanthrope.
Okay, thank you.
You're basically a werewolf, except instead of being able to turn into a wolf, you turn into a raven, a were-raven. I think your dex actually goes up.
Ooh,
I didn't actually
Mm.
check that. I should check that.
okay.
What's your
Okay.
dex?
My dex is 12.
It goes to 15.
Excellent. Okay.
So yeah, that is a benefit. Keep in mind your dex changes when you turn into other things, sir. But you do get a 15 now. Okay, with that, she's now freed and back in control. And with that, Strahd is untied from the land.
And we just have to see to his master. Okay.
Yes.
Uh,
Okay.
Actually, before we end here, right? So, or before we go forward, I'll, to the lady, now that I'm back at Stockmar, I'll say, thank you, my lady. But these gentlemen here, they also assisted in freeing you from the chains that held you bound. And I'll say this all in Druidic, of course, because this is for royal Druids, to understand. But I also ask, can these do you have any blessings for these poor souls? Anything will do.
She looks at each of your companions, and from her wings she plucks feathers and offers them to each of you.
Okay. I'll take my feather.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll take one.
She says in Druidic, many of your friends have deals with dark powers. I'll offer break those deals. Would return them to a more naturalistic state. They should know before accepting. She says that to
So,
you. Stockmar.
I'm sorry. Say it again. I thought you were talking to Crimson.
No, she's talking to you. In Druidic, she says, accepting the lady's gift would return them to a more naturalistic state.
Oh. That's interesting. All right, I'll relay this. I'm not
Because-
sure what that means, but perhaps someone here will have a little bit of insight as to what exactly that entails. So, yeah, guys, as you accept these feathers, there might be a side effect. If you guys return into a more natural state, not entirely sure what that entails, but accept at your own risk.
Well, all right. I'm gonna ask. Well, I do not want to accept this gift yet. Then, so, maybe after Vampire. so uh, can Stockmar hold on to my feather?
I'll turn back to the lady and ask, can I hold it in? Can I keep it in holding for them? They want to hold off on accepting it.
Uh, yes, that's okay. And I will also tell you, you could find this information out from the other Were Ravens, but there is a ritual to pass on your gift to others as well.
So
All
it's not
they
a
need to
permanent thing.
do,
Okay.
well, no, it is permanent.
Oh, but you can pass it down to others.
You can pass it on, yes. All you have to do is they have to drink your Were Raven blood,
That's
and
interesting.
then they too will become Were Ravens. Also, any offspring you have will now be Were Ravens at birth. So have fun with that.
Cool.
I'll cough. Most intriguing. All right.
Yes, the deal. We can help with their dark powers. I suppose I should explain myself a bit more. Sorry. Yeah, if we can help you be rid of the dark powers, what else can we do? That's about it. We know the way of the forest is not for everyone. We know it means a lot to devote oneself to us, like you have, Stockmire. We like you a lot, Stockmire. By the way, that's why we've given you so many boons.
Oh, of course. I'm always a willing recipient, of course.
Yes. I think that's all we can really do for you. Yeah, lycanthropy. If you want to be a werewolf, we can work that out too. But Were Raven is what I got. That's my thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
So to accept the feather, you become a were raven.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
You can
Yeah,
turn
I'm not
into a
taking the feather.
were-raven. You can take it. You can. Well, the thing is, you can turn into one at will.
No thanks.
Okay.
All right.
Or a
Well,
werewolf. But yes.
Alright.
just remember, Stockmar, you're cool. And she flies away.
Alright, well that piece
Jeez.
is done. Gentlemen, I say we get Victor back to Vallaki and then head up to the Amber Temple. Any objections to that?
None at all.
No object. Plus, I want to get my cart back here.
Time is it?
It is now lunchtime. Past lunchtime.
It's like noon.
Noon. Yes, the sun has reached its zenith.
Okay.
Okay, let's go to Vallaki.
All right. It's a short trip of 2 hours, apparently.
Okay.
Is my thing broken? Oh, an hour. Yeah, an hour 50. Is it broken? No, it works.
Okay, so it's a couple hours to get there. Okay.
A couple hours, yeah. Victor was waiting. You come back to him. He waited with the forest folk, and he has since insulted almost every one of them, as he complains about their rudimentary appearance. And what do you mean you don't have any wine? I'm the burgomaster of Lackey. Give me wine. I want wine.
Oh
That's
boy.
pretty much what he's done the entire time that you guys have been fighting for your lives.
He just wants wine.
Yeah, and other such comforts. I wouldn't mind some food, some steaks, some well prepared.
Oh, he's bitching at us on the way down.
No, he's been complaining to the forest folk the entire time.
Oh, okay.
He
Well,
thinks you guys are great.
I'm just gonna say, Victor, let's get you back to town.
Ah, yes, that's a splendid idea. These primitives, they are barbaric.
Hey, man, they are they're worth their weight, man. They pull their weight. let's carry on. Let's get you back home.
Excellent idea. As you go to leave, you are approached by the forest folk matriarch lady.
Mm-hmm.
Hildia, I want to say her name is.
Okay.
This lady, Hildia. She says, "Thank you very much for bringing the the Lady of the Forest. Now our ladies are free. Uh, when is the moment to attack?"
You talking about the attack on Ravenloft?
Yes, we must kill the demon who is responsible for the imprisonment of our ladies.
Okay.
You
So
defiled them.
here, I'm gonna tell you the plan. Can we walk and talk while we do this?
Yeah, I will accompany you on the road. Yeah, sure. I will.
Yeah.
Let's just be open.
So ultimately the person who has been imprisoning your ladies is Vampire. I'll explain to them who Vampire is, and then tell them that we are going to recapture Vampire and put him back into his sarcophagus. Is that right?
DM, yes.
And I'll explain that to them that we are going to take care of Vampire, and then once that is done, then it will open the lands back up, and everyone will be able to leave. But we are not going to kill Strahd.
Make a persuasion check.
Persuasion?
Yes. This is hard. As she looks at the words you're saying, and it's very hard for her to take this in.
9.
Yeah, it's very hard. She's not getting it. She says, "Vampire," but Strahd is the one who committed the acts. It was Strahd and Baba who defiled the shrine. I do not care about his god. I do not want him to go free. He has committed horrible, heinous acts. He's killed us.
What you need to understand is that Vampire is the reasoning behind it. Strahd is a prisoner in this land just like you are.
We are not prisoners. We are the people. This is our land, and he has defiled it. We must make it ours again, and he must die. I don't care about this god.
Well, you see, the actions of the servant is a reflection of what will master, and the master is actually so whatever crimes that that Strahd has committed against you, ultimately, is the result of the will of him. If you want revenge, you should want it against Vampire. I
Right.
agree that Strahd shall pay, and I will help you along with that agenda. But fighting against Vampire is a greater. Surely you see this.
Okay, it's going to be a persuasion check. Do you need to make a deception as well, or is that your true?
That's actually what I want to do. Yeah, I said I wanted to kill Strahd still.
Well, did you?
Yeah,
No,
I still
that's
want.
not what I remember.
That's not what you said.
Oh shoot!
Yeah.
Wait, hold
You
on.
said you wanted to work with Strahd afterwards to hunt down bandits. Or something like that.
You're
right,
about to
you're
get
right.
yeeted
No,
off
you're
the
right.
bridge.
You're right. I forgot that I said that.
Crimson, you're about to get yeeted off the bridge. It's your turn.
There is no bridge here, so
Um,
don't worry. All right, I guess that's a deception because I accidentally
The
lied.
bridge.
I mean, if you want to omit the second half of that, I'll allow it because
Okay.
It is complex.
Okay.
And just make a persuasion, a challenging persuasion roll.
Okay.
Because you're asking her to
rolled-
do something she doesn't want to do.
Okay, but I rolled an 18 plus 7. I got a 25.
That is the DC I set in my mind.
Nice.
Okay. She hears your words. She listens. Oh God, it's so dark in my room right now. She hears your words. She thinks about it. Coming from anyone else, Paladin, I would not believe. I would not go with you, but very well. If it must be, then it must be. What is it you want the people to do?
Mhm. I don't think we need the people's help, right? We're just gonna do this on our own.
No, we would need the people's help to help us fight off the other vampires that are gonna come
Okay.
when we try and kill.
Got it. Then I'm gonna say, we will need help against Vampire, where he has the allegiance of vampires and dark creatures. Off. Cast a spell, lock him back up, search esophagus.
Okay, shall gather. Shall gather. Is there a place at the castle?
At the castle, where the rich.
Not many of us will want to step foot in there, but we will gather outside.
That would be sufficient.
We'll be done. Okay. I will begin the preparations, and she departs. If there's anything else.
Yeah, just tell her we appreciate her.
Oh, pretty solid.
Okay.
So
I'm just gonna go turn my lights on because I can't see.
Okay.
Okay. So you guys continue to Vallaki now?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. All right, go into black. All right, you roll up to the gates, and she says, "Yes, come along." Oh, that Burgomaster Vlakovic, Victor, is that you? And Victor immediately, you see him stand up straighter, and he looks very pleased. Yes, it's me, Victor. And the guard captain immediately turns around and says, Daniels, get over here. Escort the burgomaster to the mansion quickly." And you were quickly ushered into the town.
Okay.
I think I need to cloak up, right? Because you'll look undead.
You did get a pass, like a free pass, but you
Okay.
can if you want. All right,
Alright,
if you feel
I'm gonna cloak up again.
okay. Yeah, you enter the town, and immediately you see it's fairly different. It is busy. There's a lot of people in uniforms, a lot of soldiers, a lot of town guards. They're organizing, and they are preparing. And you and the Daniels guard bloke, he leads you to Watcher House, unless you guys want to go somewhere else.
Oh, that's fine.
All right, takes you to Watcher House. Okay. Where is Watcher House? I don't even know. I don't know what the scene looks like. That's Victor. All right. Yeah, you led into Watcher House.
Why
Angel.
is Emperor Palpatine here?
because
Because
that's
I,
Phoenix.
that's who I am.
To my camo.
Because you know,
Yeah,
my adventures is look.
and you
in
guys are
form.
led into Watcher House. Maid seems very perplexed as she leads you in, and she leads you into the study, and
Door up here.
in the study, sitting on a chair, going through some paperwork, is another Victor.
Okay. I don't see
Oh,
it as
God.
Victor though, right?
Yeah, I gotta get his token because I wasn't expecting. And Willie, you do see through this disguise and see it as Strahd.
Okay.
But yes, there are two Victors in the room, and the original Victor looks up at this new Victor, and the other Victor looks up, sighs, and then the original Victor now has to make a wisdom saving throw. Let me just get his stack block. I think he's a wizard or something.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Lucky.
I'm gonna give him a +3.
Okay, sure. You know, that's you're very useful. He's gonna need that. Isaac. Almanot. Wait, he's an assassin? No, that's not it. Victor's bedroom. Is he not good at stat block? Oh, he's a mage. Okay. So his wisdom's a +1.
Good night, Victor.
He gets +4. Okay, so he gets +7 total. I rolled a 19. He's not charmed. Let's
Okay.
go, Victor. Okay. Who are you? What are you doing here? That's me, but you're in my chair. What are you doing?
I'm gonna
You,
I'm gonna walk over here and put my hand on his shoulder and say, "You need to calm down for a second and listen to what he has to say. Sit down."
forcibly put him into a chair.
Forcibly is a strong word.
Well, he allows himself to be put into a chair.
Yeah, I'm imagining like he's probably like and I'm just like guiding him to the chair so that Strahd can explain what's going on.
You do see Strahd's disguise fade away, and he becomes Strahd.
Okay.
And he turns to you all and he says, "You brought him here."
Well, yeah, we can keep him locked up in the house.
This is probably the busiest day of the year for me. Of the last maybe few decades for me.
Right. Victor. Actual Victor.
Yes?
There's a lot of moving parts right now. There's a lot going on.
He's me. Who am I then?
I need you to calm down.
But
we need you to do something. We need you to confine yourself to the upstairs portion of the house. Do you understand?
But isn't that just what it was in the castle? You're going to keep me prisoner again?
No. This is only for temporary, for a few days, a week at tops. And you will have full servants and people bringing you food and everything that you need. You're not a prisoner. We just need you to stay out of sight, out of mind until we finish what we need to do. Fuck it, I'll tell him the plan.
Make a persuasion check. That.
Do I get advantage? I'm telling him the truth, and I got Strahd here, hopefully backing me up.
Yeah, but this guy's been locked in a very similar situation for a few months.
14.
Very close to what I said.
Well, I only get a 1 to persuasion, so.
He looks about to accept it, but
I'll look right at him and I'll look him in the eye with my crazy fucking eyes, and I say, I give you my word. It'll only be a week at most. And then again, like he now knows what he. I'll explain the plan to him. Like, we're gonna go. We gotta go. We have a couple things we need to do. Then we're gonna come back and kill Vampire, and then put Vampire back in the sarcophagus, which will open the land up so people can come and go from Barovia as they please. And Strahd will no longer be here, because he is going to leave, and then someone else will rule this land. Maybe that'll be you. We'll try and play
Trying to
on
butter
to
him up.
his
who
yeah.
else would it be, if not me?
To rule all of Barovia, not just Vallaki. I imagine
What?
that you'll
Kresk, that backwatered
Look,
backtown.
look, Victor. Understand that if we don't do this plan, Vampire will still be ruled, and
And
Strahd will
Strahd
still
will
be
remain.
here.
Yeah.
He will still be the leader if we don't do this. This is really the only way you can become the true leader of the town. If we succeed, Vampire's gone, and Strahd is gone. No one else will rule except for you. You understand this? This is the
Alright,
only way you can rule.
make a persuasion roll, Phoenix.
17.
God, why is it always one under?
Inspiration! I use my inspiration.
For this? Okay.
Sure, why not?
Okay.
I couldn't think of any other situations to use it.
I don't know. Maybe whatever.
Okay, 19, 26.
Okay. There you go. Okay. All right. With that, with the promise of rule, he looks at you and says, "I want around the clock room service. Like, I want the inn at my disposal. I want all the wine. I want all steaks they got."
I'm gonna open the door and pull the servant in.
I'm almost starting to think this is
This lady. This is one of the servants, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna open the door and pull her in, and then say, I'm gonna give her 25 gold pieces.
okay.
Okay.
Okay. And I'm going to say, you have one mission for the next week, and that is to get Victor anything that he needs, and to ensure that he is comfortable in this house. Do you understand?
And she takes the gold and then she looks directly at Strahd. Hugh nods. And then she looks back at you and says, "I have one mission, and that is to make sure he gets everything he needs." She repeats the words back at you and
Okay.
nods.
And to say, if you need more, if this is not enough to cover it with the house funds, and I'll pay you the difference when we come back to let you know that the job is done. Understand?
Strahd just chuckles and says, "It'll be seen to, I suppose."
Okay. Is this a vampire spawn? Would I know that?
Make an insight check.
14.
It is not a vampire spawn. She's not a vampire spawn.
Okay, but she just is agreeable with Strahd. Do I at least get that too?
Yeah, Strahd seems to have a hold over her.
Okay. Okay, cool. That's fine.
Uh,
I want to make sure that I think 25 gold's enough for a week to get Victor whatever the fuck he wants, and I don't want him to freak the fuck out and them not have money to do it. So I was just like, fuck it, I'll give her some money, and then we don't have to fucking worry about it.
Strahd sighs and take him upstairs, Matilda. Make him comfortable. And they both leave to go upstairs. That's Studenstrad. Says, well, could have gone worse, I suppose.
Need to be let out sometime, right?
Honestly, I had forgotten he was still in the castle at all.
I just kind of laugh. All right. Well, do we have any other business here, gentlemen?
I
No.
don't believe so. I mean, I'm sorely needed for rest, but aside from that, I'm good.
Well, it's only noon, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
all right. I'll survive
Remember-
until nighttime.
Remember, tomorrow at sundown, be at the castle. That is when we will begin. Tomorrow at
I
sundown.
thought we had one more day.
Yeah, tomorrow at sundown. That's the deadline. That's when we're doing it. That's when the attack will happen.
Oh, okay. I
have
thought we had.
all of
I thought we had
today?
one more day on. I thought we had today, tomorrow, and then the next day.
No, it's happening tomorrow at sundown.
Okay.
That's when it's happening. I have a lot of work to do. I have to organize this entire town. The militia is mobilizing.
Okay.
The Valachian Democracy Defense Force, whatever wishy-washy thing I named that.
Fair enough. Do you have a quick way to get us to the Amber Temple? That doesn't involve.
Yes.
Do you really?
Yes. At the castle. I don't know if it would be quicker from going from here, though. He doesn't quick napkin math.
No, Strahd, what would help? Like a suit of plate.
You can't have mine. And I did think about giving it to you, but since you decided to ally with me, I decided having it turn hostile and kill you was not a viable option. Alright, it's 6 hours to the temple from here.
Okay.
So you could be there by nightfall.
Mm-hmm.
Or it's 3 and 45 minutes to the castle from here, and then you could find the teleportation device. So it would save you 2 hours roughly.
Is he gonna tell us where it is? We're gonna have to do finger fuck around and find it.
It's the room where I made you fight as baboons.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, if you go there, and then the room behind that room, there's a little what would you call it? Two giant statues of armored people, I want to say.
Okay.
And there's a thing, let me find it actually. It's in dungeons. Yes, there's in the larders. Observation balcony. It's a brazier. That's it. A brazier. Yes, there are two giant statues,
Mm-hmm.
and there's an hourglass in the middle of the room,
Right. I believe
and
I
a
remember that.
brazier. And a brazier. Yes. You're going to want. Now, it's very important you remember this blue. The blue one.
Blue brazier. Okay.
Blue. I want to put the
Looking at
blue
that.
into the brazier. The blue stone. Okay? The blue stone. Not the green one. Not the
Okay.
violet one.
But the blue
Not
one.
the orange one. The blue.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
You say this. Won't you be there with us?
No, he's got to stay here.
Alright,
Okay.
yes, I have to stay here and I have to prepare the town for mobilization.
Good copy.
Okay. Let's go. Let's go do this.
All right.
And then unless you guys are stopping me, I'm just gonna stand up and head out.
Come on.
Well, okay. Question:
Yes.
If I go to the smith, will he have a suit of plate armor?
The one in DM'd player, the one in Kresk had the plate armor, and
it's
it
Kresk,
was
okay.
expensive.
It's expensive.
Yes.
It was like
Is
1,000.
it regular? Is it regular price or is it like
It's
more
more
than
than the book. It's more than the book, I'll tell you that.
I think the book has it at 1,000 or is it 15?
1,015? Or it's 15. It's 15,000.
So it's probably 2,000. That's my guess. I don't know for sure. I don't remember for sure, but I remember it being a round number. We did ask at one point, right, Harless?
Did ask me, yes.
And was it 2,000?
I can't remember.
was
I'll
it
have to
20?
look at my notes.
It was either 2,000 or 2,500, but I think it was a round, like a big
Yeah.
round number. I think it was 2,000.
Yeah, it's like either 2,000 or 25.
Yeah.
If I
rest.
sold a battle axe +1, how much would I?
Probably not that much.
Have to go barter for it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, forget about that. I'm gonna go grab my cart so we can just travel by car.
We're
Card
gonna
is
go to,
missing.
we're gonna go to Strahd's and take a teleportation circle to the Amber
Cart's-
Temple.
Yes, card's missing.
Thought I parked it in the inn.
Yeah, you go to the inn. You go to the back. It's missing.
It's missing.
Do you do anything?
I'm gonna. Is there any other carts around?
At the inn, or
No.
I should
If
probably
I-
ask in the end, see if anyone saw where it went.
No.
Forget about it. Okay.
what do you want to do, Willie? Are you going to the? So are you gathering the party and going to the castle?
That's my thought, unless somebody wants to do
Okay.
something different. But I want to go to the Amber Temple, and I think we should probably try and get there tonight so we can come back tomorrow.
All right, I might. We might. It is kind of a good place to leave it to have you guys be on the way to the castle.
Okay.
I did promise Richard it would only be half an hour more.
Yeah. Can we
So you guys-
do we have something we need to do at Strahd's, or can we just be at the temple? I don't know how much hand waving you want to do.
Going to hand wave it to the castle.
So we're at
To
the
the
castle.
room with the. Yeah, and
Okay.
if that's okay with everyone.
Yep, that's
Yep.
fine with me.
Okay, I'm going to
Yeah.
hand
I
wave
got fun
it
with that.
there. And then beginning of next session, you'll go to the brazier.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds
If,
good
that,
to
if
me.
that's good with everyone,
Yep.
it is storming outside. I don't think Bender's getting a walk. It is pissing.
All right, I'm leaving. Y'all have a
Alright.
good night.
Good night, Richard. Thanks.
Good
Good night, Luke.
session. Thanks,
Later,
Hairless.
man. Have a good one.
Thank you. That was fun. Yeah, I had Willie's character. I was least prepared for.
Did you make them, or were they monster
Yeah, I
manual
made them.
monsters? You made them?
I made them.
Okay. Because he was like, what, level 17? Or was he like even higher?
How much do I want to?
I'm just curious. You don't have to tell me anything. You can tell me later. Like after we're all done.
They were level 20.
Okay.
They would have been level 12, 20. If you'd chosen fucking Shadowmar, he had like the true change ability or whatever. He could
Yeah.
have become anything.